Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about simple interest. Simple interest is how much you pay to borrow money or an amount you earn to keep your money in a bank account. Principal is the original amount of the loan or deposit into your account. Rate is your interest rate. It's the percentage of the original amount you pay or earn. And time is the duration, the length of the loan in years. Each of these can be simplified with a variable. So we use the capital I for simple interest, the capital P for principal, a lowercase r for rate, and a lowercase t for time. The formula that we can use to calculate simple interest is I equals PRT. Chris deposited, so let's take a look at the first example. Chris deposited $2,000 in a savings account at the interest rate of 4% per year. How much simple interest will he earn over 6 months? So the first thing I like to do is just figure out what's the information that I have. My interest, my principal, my rate, and my time. So let's go through each of the pieces of information they've given us. Chris deposited $2,000 into a savings account. Well, $2,000 is my principal. He had an interest rate of 4%. That's our rate. How much simple interest will he earn over 6 months? 6 months is our time. Now, one of the things we have to remember is that time has to be in years, so we're going to do a little converting with this. Well, their question is, how much simple interest will he earn? So we don't know. So that's the piece we don't know, we have to find. So we're going to take out our formula. We're going to write our formula down and we're going to substitute in our values. Before we can do that, we need to do some converting. Our percent, we're going to convert over to a decimal. Our time has to be in years. So 6 months is the same as half of a year, 0.5. So these are the two numbers that we're going to use for my rate and time. So now I can substitute in, and then I can put this part here into my calculator, and we end up with $40. Right? So over the course of 6 months, Chris is going to earn $40 in interest. Right? I want you to come down here, and I want you to try this next problem on your own. Go ahead and pause the computer now. Okay, let's go to the next page. Sophia invested $1,500 at an annual rate of 5%. How much interest will Sophia earn in 15 years? All right, so let's set up what we need to know and go through the information that they've given us. So she's invested $1,500. So that's going to be my principal. That's what she started with, at an annual rate of 5%. So that's my rate. How much interest will Sophia earn in 15 years? That's my time. The question is, how much interest? That's what we don't know. So we're going to start with our formula, and we're going to substitute in the information that we've been given. First, we need to convert. So 5%, we can convert to 0.05. 15 years, it's already in years, so we don't need to change anything there. Go ahead and substitute it all in. Put this into your calculator, and we get $1,125. So over the course of 15 years, Sophia is going to earn $1,125 in interest. It's kind of like free money. Not too bad. All right, now I want you to do the next 2 problems on your own. Go ahead and pause the video now. All right, let's take a look at example 3. Mr. Johnson, and there's an extra piece here, just cross that off. Mr. Johnson invested $7,820, which was given to him at a rate of 5% simple interest. How much does he have after 3 years? All right, so again, I'm going to set it up, and let's see what information we have. So He invested $7,820. That's what he started with. He was given a rate of 5% interest. How much does he have after 3 years? All right, well, they want to know how much does he have in total after the 3 years. Well, before we can find out the total amount, we first need to figure out how much interest did he actually earn. So we're going to do just what we've been doing. Start with our formula. We're going to substitute in our values after we convert our percent over to a decimal. Now I can substitute. I can put this into my calculator, and we find that he earned $1,173 in interest. But that's not what they want to know. They want to know how much does he have after 3 years. So to answer that question, we need to take his principal amount and add on to it the amount of interest earned. And when we do that, we can learn that he now has a total of $8,993. Right, I want you to try this next problem on your own. Go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, let's go to the last page. And this next example is very similar to the previous one. So Mr. Burns has a principal of $60,000 and annual interest rate of 6%. How much money will he have after 3 years? So I'm going to start with my setup. He has a principal of $60,000 and an annual interest rate of 6%. How much money will he have after 3 years? The one piece of information they did not give us was that amount of interest. So we're going to take our formula and substitute, but remember first we need to change this to a decimal. Now I can substitute, I can do my math, and we end up with $10,800 earned in interest. All right, so now they want to know how much money will he have after 3 years. So again, this is just the interest he's earned in addition to his principal. So how much does he have after 3 years? Well, we're going to take our principal and we're going to add onto it his interest earned. And we end up with $70,800. And then remember to circle your answer. I want you to try the next 2 problems on your own, and then this will conclude our notes. I'll see you in class next time.